And I'm Manuel.
So we're going to start off by reading our poems that will lead to our topic of discussion.
First off, I want to start off by saying ladies first, because it's right.
Thank you. We are more than what our bodies depict. You may think it false, but sure it is. Our minds are beautiful, so stop focusing on our appearance, for that is what creates our demons.
But mine kind of differs a little bit, and I may kind of offend people, but everyone's got their own opinions. So mine starts off saying, looking past the layers, under the mountains of flesh, surrounded by unrelenting fools, tied to something false, our eyes are fixed by something else, remade to see something else, lies made by those who remade us, obsolete by those who created us, valued like pieces of meat. Everything in the world is just fake.
Okay, so something I'd like to point out real quick about his is that, like, the letters each represent a word. So, like, lust or love. I thought that was cool. Okay.
Yeah, because like some may confuse like in relationships of love or lust. Some may be seeking just for their bodies, but others may be just looking for their souls. But it's everybody's choice on what their romance or relationship it is. It's up to them.
Okay.
And as my partner was talking about, what is our topic today?
Okay, so it's sexualization of people. So just real quick, we want to throw like a little disclaimer that this might be something delicate for other people. So if you don't want to like listen about this.
But it's something that needs to be discussed and needs to be addressed, because many people think it's a taboo topic to talk about. It's not. And it's time to actually talk about this right now.
Okay, so sexualization of people, what does it mean?
What it means is that it is defined as regarding individuals as sexual objects. It makes someone or something sexual in character. It values in different terms. Mostly it just identifies people like either male or female as objects. And a lot of individuals actually profit off of male and female bodies, either for escorts or pleasures.
Yes. So basically the idea of sexualization of people is just like the concept of their bodies being the most important thing. So instead of like getting to know them in terms of personality, what they see is what's important. And that's something that that's something that most scandals are made out of, how like people use people as like sexual objects or for sexual relationships and stuff.
And who does this topic or who does this thing actually affect?
So that affects men and women, especially adults and teenagers, and mostly consumers and the younger generation. And that is important. The reason as to why it affects them is because
it affects them by demeaning and devaluating their existences, both male and females. So it doesn't just affect one gender, it affects all genders. It disregards every aspect of what makes you a human being, like your emotions, your knowledge, your everything. And digital video games, in a way, actually devalues the person's character in the game as well. What I mean by this is that video games like Tomb Raider, Final Fantasy, even Mortal Kombat, it kind of depicts the female body way, way differently, gives it more of a proportionate bust, slimmed waist, and very, very revealing legs. So yes, video games, movies, every part of media kind of sexualizes male and female. Although I did mention only females, males also have muscular bodies, and that's the topic or concept of toxic masculinity, because every guy dreams of having abs or muscles, and it's kind of toxic because it's unhealthy and it kind of devalues their self-esteem. So all in all, video games and other forms like it kind of affects both genders and kind of devalues the person's real character.
Okay, so we're going to talk about examples of brands like Calvin Klein, Victoria's Secret models, and even media depiction about sexualization of people, and like how these companies play a role in this like ideal image of a person. So I just want to review about images. For women, it's the Barley proportions, like my partner said. This very unreal idea of having like big breasts and like big booties, and even for men, like abs and muscles, and that's something that we need to accept, that it's not healthy for people to think or look up to this, because one doesn't need that. Like there's way more important things than what the appearance is, because during time, like as you get older, it ends up fading away, you know, with old age, like.
And baby fat, because like so many people used to say they have all baby fat, but as you grow and as you like be more physical, be more physically active, your body changes, and you should be proud of that. Don't try to alter that so by something you see on television.
Yeah.
Go as you truly are, and that's what makes you real.
Okay, so the brands, Calvin Klein.
Calvin Klein, as you many know, kind of profits of the male body. They got many people like Justin Bieber, Shawn Mendes. It's like so many people in media, in music, just to profit off their looks and their bodies.
Okay, but don't get me wrong, there are some, Calvin Klein isn't like completely like, we're not saying that they're bad, but we are saying that in some prospects it does tend to show off like this ideal image. But there are some recent celebrities like Billie Eilish who did
like the Calvin Klein and then the shoes and the clothes, but she didn't actually wear the bras or panties. She only wear the jackets and pants, and it showed that she didn't want to show skin because she was uncomfortable, and she was right. She tried to prove that it isn't what's underneath, it's what's outside that matters.
Yeah, I think that's like her big a statement that she makes, that she doesn't like to wear tight clothes or like fitting clothes just because she doesn't want people to judge her or like her music based on the way she looks, but more like her actual music. Okay, so yes, Calvin Klein, they're one of the companies that they could, I'm sure some people probably think of them as putting this unhealthy lifestyle as well as promoting the ideal body, as they talked about. It tends to make people have low self-esteem. By talking about these companies, you're not saying like that they're bad or anything, just that they tend to
diverge from their original ideals.
Yes.
Because like they're trying to promote a good brand, but they're manipulated, they're changed by something that makes them want to aim to a specific target of customers.
Okay. So Victoria's Secret models, same thing. It's mainly like showing off the panties and bras, and I think something important is that the young girl self-esteem. I think that it tends to put this idea that we have to look like the models that walk the runway. Also, I think some companies or some magazines have been caught in the scandal of photoshopping a woman's body, which is a common, like a common thing right now on social media.
Yeah, yes, of course, because it's something that many people would actually do nowadays to get a sense of being acceptable in society. Because people don't want to see ugly or fatty girls, because that doesn't boost profits, doesn't do anything else like that. So and by reshaping or remodeling the person's picture, it can get more money, more customers, more profits for the company. In short, it's basically like a double-edged sword. It helps the company, but it hurts the customers.
Okay, so some recent news I know about Victoria's Secret is that they yearly or annually they do this like fashion show, right?
Yes.
And I think that recently it's been heard that it's been cancelled because they have failed to be inclusive in size, color, or even gender, which I think kind of aids our idea that Victoria's Secret is one of the companies that tend to deter like the women and even males like ideas of being, of like wanting to be more than what they actually are, and just kind of putting in that like in their mindset that they have to change or alter their appearances, which isn't necessary at all.
And once again, one part did point out that we're not criticizing them as being a bad company. Like, their designs are amazing, they're beautiful, but the way they aim towards a specific group of people, it's wrong. Like, people of all weights or sizes should wear brands of undergarments that makes them feel comfortable and makes them feel strong, not towards someone or something that is just made up.
I think they should just like focus on trying to be more inclusive in that. Just it would help. So media depiction, that being how we talked about earlier, people doing photoshopping recently in social media, and just how like the internet changes their image. I think something about social media is that people decide what they want to put and how they are perceived. So that can consist of, you know, just like the good like parts of someone's life. And yeah. I think when we were talking about this, my partner was saying something about how most people, he sees selfies and stuff in like social media, and just the need or like the necessity to put or show off someone's body, or like maybe make it look like they have a bigger bum, or like, you know, just figures.
Yes, because like recently I became a member of Instagram, and every time I use Instagram, I see so many of my followers just showing off their bodies, especially their buttocks.
Men and women.
Exactly. Just like, I think they're just doing that just for publicity or just more self-esteem, because it's just kind of ridiculous how this Instagram, again, we're not criticizing, it's just they're using it in the wrong way. They're just using it to profit off their bodies, or just, like, I don't know, it's up to the person who does that pictures to understand why is he doing this, or he or she is doing this. It's just not right. You're trying to show off something that's not really you, and you're putting yourself in danger to people who might use you for their own benefit.
Okay. Also, what was I thinking? Okay, yeah. I think that the sexualization of people, it kind of makes people forget about self-love, and how you were saying about social media, that like maybe people do it for attention or for self-esteem, and I think that's something important. Like, you shouldn't look to others or even like unrealistic images to make yourself feel better. Like, you should love and accept yourself. And yeah. Okay. So notable people that are known for the sexualization of people are Harvey Weinstein.
Weinstein, yeah.
Okay. And Jeffrey
Epstein. Like, these are the most infamous and notable celebrities that really made an impact on the idea of how sexualizing people has affected them. Or just in a way, the crimes they did made the idea of being a victim or something like that, of either abuse of, sorry. But all in all, what I'm saying is these people actually became very famous for abusing and victimizing number of male and females throughout maybe like 20 or 25 years.
Okay. So we're gonna start off with Harvey.
Harvey Weinstein is best known for the Weinstein Company, but recently, maybe 5 or 4 years ago, he became known for sexually abuse allegations, and
I think he's like a film producer or a
yes, he victimized over 80 women, and some of these women are actually actresses that we all know and love. I apologize, I don't know these actresses' names, but I'm pretty sure you know all of them.
Okay, so he worked in film production, and he even had like an award for the Academy, and he got expelled from the Academy after this scandal of him sexualizing, abusing, and like all these allegations put against him. And it kind of just shows that he was using his power of like production in film to take advantage of the woman, or women, but like the women who were involved or who were victims.
As a result of this, and due to the lawsuits he was facing, the company and himself went bankrupt, and he was expelled from anything involved in film. And I think it was right that the industry ridiculed him for the actions he did. And Jeffrey Epstein, let's just say he is the most disgusting person that ever existed in our lifetime.
I actually didn't really know about these people, but my partner was informed, and then I did some research, and it was interesting to find like what people do, or like the extent they go to for their needs or for their wanting, like their own selfish reasons. Jeffrey, he was an American financier. I think he did other things as well, but he ended up doing like financing or something, and he was a convicted sex offender because he did sex trafficking, and it just involved of him like sexually abusing, and he created this group of like elite like women, and he took advantage of them, as well as even taking advantage of underage girls, which I think is kind of sick, in the sense of like that's gross and bad.
And actually these girls ranges from 10 to actually 25 years old. I was actually disgusted about how the visual and this topic is very disturbing, but yes, this man did some of the most horrific acts that has even been possible throughout history of people who actually abuse women. It's just, how can somebody this sick aims towards this specific group or ages of young girls and women? It's not even possible.
Okay, so we're done talking about like the bad things. Well, for now, we reviewed about what it means to that effects, what are the effects, and like the brands as well as the notable people involved in this topic. Or the idea, repeating again, the idea of the appearance or body being way more important than what's inside, than like what a person actually is. So now we're going to talk about movement, and this is more positive because I feel like most of the things we're talking about were really heavy. And okay, so positive movements. Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, due to after Harvey Weinstein was outed out of the industry, then came one of the most influential and positive movements in history. It is called the Me Too movement. It's something that was created to help bring awareness and attention to the idea of sexual harassment in media and filming. It was something that many people became part of, and it brings attention to something that has been ridiculed and obscured for a long time. it's something that many people like me and her can be proud of in our generation.
Yeah, it's not something that we should like hide or not talk about as much just because it's like taboo or like it makes people uncomfortable. I mean, it's understandable, and if you don't like feel comfortable with this topic, we understand. We're not trying to like offend or anything, but I think it's also important to discuss just because it's not often talked about, and I think that this movement brought awareness to it, which is really necessary and important. Just because it's the idea of like other people being there for people who feel like they're helpless from like sexual abuse or just other things. What else?
Media music. There has been a number of people who actually been victimized in music. I would not like to talk about it because I want to protect their identities, but might have been news already, and I apologize if I don't know their names.
Okay. So yeah, it's fine. So along with the movement, there's also a lot of music that you can surely find. We'll also have like a link in the video.
Of course, yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, about songs that just talk about like accepting, self-acceptance, and like just kind of bring awareness, and also just talk about self-love and positivity about yourself.
And I know I might sound sexist for saying this, but the future is female. It's okay, like if you want to be in a particular group of feminism or in the LGBT community, those groups can actually help you understand more on how to perceive that there is no gender, there is no identity. It's just be who you are, be anyone you want to be. Don't be afraid. Your life is your life. It is time for people to understand that it doesn't make you something different from others. It's how you act it out. It's something that you should choose, not anyone else. So yes, like in the next link below on the summary, both of us will look up music and individuals that have been a positive force of bringing the issue of sexualization of people into light.
Yeah, just like we're gonna talk.
Thank you for your time, and we'll come back next time. See ya.